It's time to become the best version of yourself and help others do the same. It's Monday morning and we're talking success.
Hello, Soul family. Jordan Peterson coming at you live here on September 9th. Here we go. We are a third of the way done with September already. I hope wherever you're at, the fall weather is starting to come in just a little bit. For some reason, summer's holding on here in Utah. It's going to be like 90 degrees again today. I just like the 70-degree weather. Let's just enjoy fall for a little bit because it feels like we go from 90 to 50 and we never really get to enjoy that nice fall weather. But I hope wherever you're at, you're having a great time. I hope your weekend was excellent and I hope you had an enjoyable Labor Day weekend last week. I missed being with you guys, but I'm excited to be back with you again today. As always, if you haven't already, chime in, let us know what you've got going on. When I look over here to my left, it's because I have a screen that shows all of your comments. So it's so good to see you, and I'm glad you're all able to join us. Let us know what you got going on and where you're at. It's always fun to see how many people join us live, because when you join us live, we like to stick your name into the bucket of fun to see if you guys can win some swag items. I know it's just tricky managing time and energy and all that stuff, so actually getting on live every Monday can be a little tricky, but we want to reward you for your efforts. So we've got 3 fantastic drink carriers for you, shaker bottles, tumblers, whatever you want to call them. And we're going to stay consistent with what we've been doing the last little while. One for our Ignite people who have signed up and are ready to come see us next month in Ignite. We've got one for those who are on live with us. And then we also have our SN Sweeps people that have participated there, and we want to take care of them as well. So we got you covered. We've got you covered. We want to make sure you're taken care of. And we'll get going there. Terry Sanders says, California has summer through October. Yeah, you guys are a little bit warmer over there. And then you get the Florida rain showers going on this time of year as well. The strongest rain shower I've ever been in, Renee, was down in Florida. I went there with my wife, and it poured on us. And then it was gone like 2 minutes later. It was crazy. So good stuff. As always, we love to recognize you guys for just inviting more people to come and be a part of Soul. And that's such a fun thing for us to see. We have a message and a mission to share Soul with as many people as possible to help them with whatever aspect of their life they're trying to get help with. And we like to recognize you in the segment we call Rock and Roll. Let's go ahead and jump into that right now. Coming in at number 10, we have Nabor Aramillo. We've got Kristen Brunius, KB, coming in at 9. At number 8, we have Silvina Castaneda. We've got Maria Balderas coming in at 7. At number 6, we have Mae Flores. At 5, we've got Jordana Espinosa. Rounding out our top 5, we have Lydia Ferrentino. We've got Hortensia Pineda Galvin coming in at 3. And then our top 2, Corinne Lott at number 2. And our number 1 for the week is Erica Sanchez. Congratulations, guys. As a reminder, this is enrollments and trial pack purchases. And it was kind of fun to see this last week. Erica had 16 trial box purchases. Corinne had 9. They finished the month strong, which is always fun to see. So well done, guys. It's always good to see you guys inviting more people to join the Soul family. As a reminder, every trial pack that was purchased, you get $10 for. There's just a flat commission of $10. You think what Erica made, $160 in 1 week. Corinne made the $90, plus when they enroll afterwards, you still get that Soul Quick at 35%. So it's just an awesome way to do it. I'll tell you what. All right, next. Oh, and by the way, the average enrollment was $231 this last week. Awesome, right? We love that because that means they're getting on packages. And when they're on packages, they see better results and more consistent results. So it's always good to see there too. All right, next up, we have our SN Sweeps. We talked about just taking the world with Soul and just letting them see everything we have and sweeping the world with it. So we have our SN Sweeps. We've got 3 I want to show you this week, and the last one I'm going to talk about in a little more depth. But first, we're going to start off with Chris Hedrick here in Kansas. Here we go. Cold and sinus relief, talking about the confidence, Soul Confidence, Comfort Blend, Compass Blend, right? She says, how do we protect ourselves during cold sinus, changing weather seasons with confidence, of course? Help open up the sinuses and lymph and allow things to be cleared out. Yellow color code is the Clarify family. This makes sense, right? Cleaning out the pathways. If you have a roller, get it out and use it. morning, noon, and night, hourly, or every other hour, use the roll-on. It's so much better on you than in your pocket, purse, or desk. Consistent support will provide you with the relief you're seeking, right? And that's what we love to see. And it's such an easy video, shows how to use it, no problem at all. I love the Soul shirt she's got on as well. Just super easy. Just everybody loves this sort of stuff, right? So Soul Confidence, use it, guys. You're going to see some great results with that. Next up, we have Kristen Brunius kind of introducing herself there, right? She says, hey, I'm Kristen, often called KB, 41 years old. Jesus is my savior, married to my favorite person, mom of 3, realistically holistic, overcoming anxiety and chronic fatigue, loves herbs, podcaster sometimes. Can be bought with chocolate peanut butter ice cream or iced coffee. Find me in a podcast or book. And it says, hey, I've introduced myself. Now introduce yourself below, right? And that's what we love to see while she's mixing up her Soul Vital. Again, super easy, shows how to use the product, and a great little video there. Then this last one, Shade Moore. Really excited about this one, right? We're going to go ahead and listen to her here as she talks about it.
I'm not the only mom that wakes up and need a little bit more energy to deal with the kids and the lunches and the activities and the to-do list and the shoppings of each and every day. And on my journey to be healthier, coffees full of sugar just won't cut it. And because I know there are many more that feel the same as I do, I would like to share an all-natural product with you guys. Soul Natural is a product that addresses the physical, the mental, and the emotional health in a holistic way. They have a variety of products to help us adapt to the natural stressors in our environment. Today, I started my morning off with Cinnamate. Cinnamate helps with energy and stamina. It increases your mental focus. It helps with blood sugar, and it helps control those cravings. And right before lunch, I made me a cold cup of Soul Royal. Soul Royal helps with the production of collagen in our bodies to give us that beautiful skin and shiny hair that we all love and adore. It also improves our mood, and we know we can all use that around our kiddos, right? Soul Natural has so many more products to help us on our journey to better health. If you're interested in more information regarding Soul Natural, check out the link in my bio and get your trial size box today.
Man, isn't that awesome? The thing I love about this too, Shade is a member, just recently signed up, and just want to share this with everybody. I know we have a brand specialist in the future coming at us with Shade, but I love it, right? She says, I had to share this product with you all. It's natural and it's amazing. Check out Soul Natural's products and get a trial size to try them all. Click the link in my bio. Members have the same links you guys do. They can continue to share, and when they do, good things happen, right? The Share the Wealth code is available to everybody, which is such a great thing because it just helps everybody continue to share and grow soul. And that's an amazing thing. That was a great video. I love how she talked about it. Again, everybody likes to see how things are made, right? There's whole shows about just people cooking and showing you how to cook and do things. Why not show them with the products as well? Then it really takes that question mark out of people's mind of like, what is that in that packet? What does it look like? And how do I even do it? Oh, you dump it in water and just mix it up. Super easy, right? So we love it, right? So good. We also have a great testimonial wanted to share with you today as well. Says this, before starting back up again, my mental and emotional health was really bad. The past 4 years had really kicked me down further than I've ever been. At one point, I was suicidal. At another point, I fell back into addiction. I was depressed on a level I've never been at before and had no drive for life. After being back on Soul products, just in 2 months' time, my mood has improved drastically and my brain fog is almost non-existent. I am reaching a level of clarity in each moment, and I'm able to actually stay in the moment and enjoy it versus being all over the place because of stress and anxiety. Thank you, Soul Naturals, for being there when I needed you the most. How awesome is that, guys? This is what we're seeing. This is an individual who was on it, got off it, saw the difference in her life, got back on it, and saw the results again. It's amazing what our bodies can do when you take care of them and give them the nutritional balance that it needs, and just puts ourselves in a spot to be able to thrive. So continue to share with people. There's so many people like this in our lives that we don't even know are battling things that we had no idea that they're battling. And so we just want to make sure that everybody's taken care of. Sound good? All right. Next up, we have... The month is over, and we wanted to recognize our Soul Prime earners in the month of August. We're going to go ahead and let it scroll through the screen right now. We had a great group, as you can see, that were able to hit Prime. And the cool thing about hitting Prime right now is that we took away the requirement for 15Ks and above to have somebody on their first level hit it or have to hit the power prime in order to even earn it. So now every level of prime is available to everybody, which is an awesome deal. And so we had a great list there. Next month we are going to, or next week, I apologize. Next week we are going to show all the new ranks. We had a little bit of a glitch in our report this morning, and so we're going to show all the ranks next week and recognize you all for all your hard work for ranks as well, which is just such a great thing to see. Also next week, we are starting some new recognition. We want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to be recognized in all the wonderful keys of success that you are doing. So stay tuned to see how we'll be recognizing people moving forward. More details will be coming, but you don't want to miss next week. We're going to talk more about it. Sound good? All right, next up, we are a month and 1 day away from being together for Ignite. And one thing people love to ask is, what are we even talking about? So I wanted to show you real quick on our events page. If you go to it, you can see here it says we have intensive training sessions going on. This event will be instrumental in empowering your new brand specialists, and leaders with the knowledge they need to be able to maximize their efforts around the core 4 business principles of selling, recruiting, duplication, and leadership. Right? And then below that, you can also see we're having the manufacturing facility tour. And man, we're really excited for that. Blake has some new equipment up and running, and there's some awesome things going on there. But if we go ahead and scroll up again, let's talk about those 4 things we're going to be talking about again, those core 4. Let's go the other way there, Tyler. There you go, right there. Intensive training sessions. When people think about these different things, these are usually the sticking points for building their business. How do I sell? How do I recruit? What does duplication look like? What is leadership? We are going to have a workshop style hands-on training going on during Ignite. There's going to be a lot of communication going on, a lot of teamwork, a lot of working together to understand how this all works together. We'll have templates for you, and we're going to make sure that when you leave, you're going to have action items of how do I do this in order to get better. As quick little sneak peeks into what we're talking about with selling. We're going to be talking about how to sell with stories and what your story is and how to come up with that and how to share that with people. With duplication, we've got a lot of tools and systems we're going to be talking about. With recruiting, we're going to talk about the effort it takes to get where we need to be. And we also have a new tool that we're really excited to launch there at that time as well. And then with leadership, we're going to talk about the different languages of leadership and how to make that work. And as always, we're going to end with an awesome recognition gala where we're going to recognize all our new ranks and those who have just been hitting great things and doing great things over the course of the year. And so just know that we've got great things coming. We'll send out the agenda here in the next little bit so you know more about it. But as far as everything goes, it's very similar as far as the layout, meaning we're going to start that Thursday night, October 10th at 7 p.m. We'll have registration start before that. So if you're getting flights, make sure you come in before 7 p.m. because we want you there. And then we're going to be ending late on Saturday night. So flying out Sunday morning would probably be best. And we've got so many great things going on. Like I mentioned, we have a lot of workshop style things. We'll also have some general sessions where we meet all together. And then we also have that manufacturing tour that we're really excited about. We'll have a lot of connecting activities so you get to know everybody a little bit better. But this is going to be a little bit different than we've done in the past. For those who've been around a long time and used to come to our summits, as we like to call them, it's very like a hands-on. It's not like that convention feel where it's a lot of show. This is a lot of work. So we're going to come in and you're going to notice that. This is a lot of work. We're going to roll up our sleeves and really get into some intensive training on how to do this. We want everybody to feel extremely prepared as you walk out of the room, and we've got some great things coming on. So just know that it's going to be great. So make sure you come. We've got 31 days, as I mentioned before we kick this off, a month and 1 day until we get to see you and be a part of this. So we're excited for that. Now, the success training note today I wanted to talk to you as we transition to this a little bit is the word self-deception. Self-deception. When you guys think of self-deception, those who are on live, what do you think of with self-deception? When somebody says, oh, that person's deceiving themselves, what do you usually think of, and what do you usually feel when you hear the word self-deception, and what does that usually look like? All right? We got our bucket of fun on here now. We're about ready to go. So those aren't live. What are we talking about with self-deception? Somebody who's deceiving themselves. What does that usually look like? How does that usually go? And what are we usually talking about when we're talking about self-deception? Because there's 2 different pieces of it, and we're going to talk about the inverse of the one that most people think about, I think. So here we go. We got people typing in right now. Let's see what they got to say, and then we'll go ahead and talk a little bit more. Magdiel says, not looking at the reality of things, right? I like that. That's a pretty straightforward definition of what self-deception is, right? Valerie says, telling themselves a story that isn't true. I love that as well, right? And usually I think when we think of self-deception, at least in my mind, it's usually people who are doing something wrong or incorrectly or bad and justifying it that it's okay, right? Somebody who's been deceiving people or doing bad things, and they justify it because of whatever else, right? Right? Lillian says, when we let ourselves down because we hold back from using our full potential. I like that, right? Erica, like I don't have time, right? Seashell Pony, believing in your own reality, right? The self-deception. So usually, like I said, it seems like people usually take it from, I'm doing something wrong, I'm going to justify it so I feel good about it, so I don't have to change. And we call that self-deception. There's also a part of self-deception, though, that's the inverse of that, where we're doing something right, but we're telling ourselves that it's wrong, or perhaps we don't deserve it, or it's not right for us, right? And we're going to talk about 3 things that we see when we look at that. Anna says, when we discourage ourselves, right? Erica says, way we trick ourselves. Absolutely. 3 things that we see with this. Number 1, you tell yourself, I don't deserve this, right? And that can be with lots of different things. Happiness, success, love, friendship, wealth, whatever it may be. You get in your mind for some reason, people get in their mind for some reason that because of whatever circumstances have taken place in their life, or because of whatever way they've grown up, or things they've seen in their life, they just don't deserve whatever it might be. And that is absolutely a form of self-deception. Everybody deserves to be happy and find love, be successful, all of those different things, right? There's no precursor to that, and because we're one way or another, we don't deserve this. That's not the way life works. The way life works is that we get what we earn, right? We put in the hard work and the effort, and we can earn and change and become whatever we want to become. So don't let yourself be deceived by the simple saying of, oh, I don't deserve whatever that might be, right? Next up, I don't know enough to do this. And that can be in any way possible that you can look at that. That can be from those who are talking with my kids. We tried to learn a new game last night. And my youngest daughter, Lena, she said, oh, I'm just not smart enough to get this. That's just a form of self-deception. Of course we're smart enough to get this. Everybody can learn. Everybody can continue to grow in any way they want to. And so we see that a little bit in soul sometimes as well. Like, oh, I'd like to do this. I just don't know enough how to do this. Well, if you have the desire to learn and the willpower to learn, then you can learn anything you want to learn, right? And we can continue to move forward with that, right? Rachel Moore says, self-deception for me is when I'm overly critical of myself and negative thoughts about myself. Not good enough, can't do this, right? That's exactly what we're talking about, it, right? Another thing that we've seen with self-deception, oh, I've already done all of that. I can't do any more. I've already tried that once and it just didn't work, so I just can't do that again. Right? We see that in a lot of aspects of life. Everybody from maybe a marriage that didn't work out like we wanted, or some sort of a relationship with somebody that we didn't want, that didn't work out like we wanted, to a job opportunity or a business like this, that we're just in a spot where we're like, I've already done all I can. Can't do any more. God, it just is what it is. You know, we hear that all the time. Oh, it is what it is. And what a self-defeating, self-deceiving way of looking at life. We can absolutely continue to put more into anything that we try, right? As long as we're alive and breathing, we got an opportunity to continue to push forward and move forward with things, right? And so those are the 3 things I wanted to focus on today. I want you to think about that this week. When you get yourself in a spot where you're like, I don't know if I can do this, or I don't deserve this, or whatever, just know that's just your mind is deceiving you. Complete self-deception. It's a way of protecting yourself so you don't fail. But the reality of it is, when you don't do something, you're failing anyway. Right? The result's the exact same. If you try something and it doesn't work out, or you don't try it at all, it still didn't work out. But you have a lot better chance of having something work out if you actually try it, right? And the best thing about what we have going on with this soul family is if something's not working for you, reach out to somebody else and see what they're doing, right? Everybody has the same compensation plan. Everybody has the same products. Everybody has the same tools. So why is it working for some people and not for others, right? Everybody has the same opportunity. We just need to figure out and get kind of aligned with how to make it work better. And so that's one thing I'm really excited about with the Soul Ignite coming up. We're going to be able to brainstorm a lot and have a lot of those workshop opportunities where we're able to rub shoulders with those that are doing well and figure out what they're doing that's a little bit different from what we're doing. A lot of times it's just a mind shift that we need to understand on what we need to actually do to be successful. And then we're going to see some great success come from that. All right. So be careful this week. Watch out for that self-deception monster. It's going to sneak up and try to bite you. Don't give it any time. You're going to be able to accomplish great things, right? So that's what we're looking for. Maria says, wow, I didn't think of that. Not good enough, not smart enough, not deserving. The can't attitude, right? Absolutely. Another one that Erica says is, I've already talked to everyone, right? Another self-deception, right? Erica says, your mind wants you to stay comfortable and all change is uncomfortable. Absolutely. But the irony is most people aren't exactly thrilled with where they're currently at in their life. They want to continue to grow and become better and see new things and be new things, right? So our mind is trying to protect us from the exact thing we're stuck in right now, right? Jaleva says, good talk about self-deception. Wonderful. We love that. So as you're going through this week, just ask yourself, is this a self-deception monster trying to sneak up and get me? Or what can I do to change this? And how do I move forward with this, right? So that's what we like to see. Rachel says, I need to surround myself with people who see the good in me. Come be with us in October. Rachel, we love you. We want you to be here. We absolutely see the good in you. So good stuff, guys. All right, let's get you guys out of here this week. As always, the show is brought to you by Cinemate. I love when new people are learning about the products. As you noticed in that Instagram post, she called it Cinemate, which I love because it means people are trying this for the first time and they're figuring it out. The more they see it, the more they're around it, they'll recognize how we say it. But man, it's such good stuff. Let's get you guys out of here. We've got our 3 things we are drawing for today. We're going to start with our Soul Ignite people who are coming out to be with us. I'll tell you what, we haven't had a multi-winner yet, but I'm excited to see if we can pull this off today. Anna says, take some adaptable to scare the monsters. Absolutely. Scares those self-deception monsters away, right? Good stuff. And if that doesn't work, maybe you can drown those monsters in some Soul Vital, which is always a good one as well for that. Okay, the number 1 first draw we got for Ignite, coming to Ignite, is Jesus Conde. Jesus Conde, congratulations, you've got yourself a bottle. Next up, I said we would go with our Who's on Live with us today. And here we go. Who's feeling lucky today? And it is Debbie Cockburn. Debbie, we got you covered, sis. And last but not least, our SN Sweeps. Man, we got a good pile of people in here today. Let me mix them up a little bit. These papers like to stick together a little bit sometimes. And here we go. The winner today of our SN Sweeps, Tammy Peterson. Tammy Peterson, we got you covered, friend. And there you go. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, don't miss next week. We're going to got some new recognition things we're going to go over. We're going to recognize all the new ranks for the month of August, and we'll get you taken care of. As always, keep sharing soul. We sure love you guys, and we'll see you again soon.